While in the little village, uh, a creepy little village, haunted by a snuggle-wumpapuss that can talk, and has a military defense base. Um, Meanwhile, the abbot is helping Mr. Pennypacker from the Shield, giving instructions on how to build a machine that will destroy the Shield. All right. So what you're gonna do is you take a toothpick and you wind it. You take this wire and you wind it around and. Can you slow down a bit? Jeez. What? This is really complicated. Let me explain it to you again. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put yourself upside down while drinking a glass of water, and you take the toothpick and whoa, whoa, whoa! Explain it again. Okay, so what you're going to do is walk backwards down the stairs while taking this wire, and you're going to pump enough electricity for this brass wire. And you're okay. This is really kind of crazy. How come is it the instructions kept changing? I don't know. My robots here, they're taking notes on this. That we're not explicitly saying what the robots look like. I don't know. We're not very imaginative today. So okay, Abbott. So yes, so what you're going to do is you're going to then also kick the machine down a set of stairs as well. Excuse me? You're going to kick a machine down? Yes. See, what it does is it gets the oscillators rolling. It gets the oscillators rolling. Are you taking notes on this IG-99 or whatever? Yeah, he is. He's taking the notes. Okay, you kick the machine down and says, and then what you're going to do is you're going to then take it outside and take your car and hit it. Where are you coming up with this stuff? I know you're supposed to be a LARPing Time Lord or something, but I don't know. Hope you're not trolling me. I mean, this is going to be fantastic. Trust me, that giant snuggle Whoopopus will never know what happened, and the magistrate will never know what happened either. The magistrum, not the magistrate. Wait, is it magistrum or magistrate? Ma- Prostrate. It doesn't matter. We're just a silly show. Well, you're going to have somebody 50 years from now saying, well, they made this mistake in this episode. Okay. So you got the machine? Yeah. Okay. 5 hours later. Yeah, we got the machine. We kicked it around. We hit it with a car. That's 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 excellent. That's exactly what you do. You do it exactly like that. Oh, you did it right by the instructions. This is wonderful stuff. Uh, 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 this is weird. I know. There's no logic to this. Absolutely no logic. Okay, I'm turning on the on button. Feel like I should be behind a blast shield or something. Well, actually, well, actually, you don't have to be behind a blast shield as long as you have thoroughly hit the machine with your car and you have kicked it down the stairs. If you don't, it'll actually blow your face off. This is scaring me. I'm kind of like, well, maybe if this Snugglewumpus just wants to be left alone, is it really worth blowing my face off? But okay, okay. As long as you have explicitly hit it with your car on the right side. What? Wait. What? Okay, stop. Wait. What? I said explicitly that if you've hit the machine with your car on the right side, you hit it from the left side, it will then just blow your arm off. This is getting scary. I'll tell you what. Come over here, IG-99. Okay, yeah. you're going to do a favor for me. You're going to go ahead and push that button. I'm going to go. I'm going to go behind this glass room. Click. Hey, it's working. That's right. You must have hit it on the right side, so it didn't blow off your arm or your face. Oh boy. Uh, well, so yeah, it's destroyed the shield. Pretty good. Like results. Meanwhile, in the village, Balboa has grown in size, and Magistrate struggles with him. Oh no! What is happening? It appears I am growing and getting bigger in size. I used to be just the size of a dog or something. Now I'm the size of a room. This is wonderful stuff. No, don't disturb me. You don't understand. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're kind of annoying. You're always like ordering me around. I am like more brilliant than you ever will be. I'm an intelligent Snugglewampus. That's something to fear. You don't understand. I can defeat you. I'm smarter. I'm better. Well, all I see of you is talk, 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 talk. Talk, 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 talk. I don't know. Maybe I should sit on you for an hour. No! I beg of you, no! Well, you begged. That's good. That's really good. Then, during this, Freighter and Curly Joe have escaped when Balboa wasn't looking. Okay, okay, Curly Joe. Okay, let's run for it. Okay. Got outside the cave. Oh boy. Then, meanwhile, Mr. Pennypacker is ready to strike. Okay. We got the soldiers all up and ready to go. No, probably next episode we'll begin our siege of the village and then head our way towards the cave and put an end to that snuggle whoopapus once and for all, and arrest the magistrum, or prostrate, or whatever. The magistrum is getting arrested. We're not dealing with this anymore. Well, we got capable villains on the show. We don't need that many more. So I'll let the guys play their game. Here we go. Oh, it's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Okay. We're testing out a lot of the rings and stuff. I get you understand. Of course, this is very past tense because we've already essentially recorded this. When this game came out. So, of course, I understand. We also bought this game when it was it was before the official release. It was one of those kinds of things where they give you a few days to play the game before it officially comes out. And that was a disaster because it wiped out everyone's saves. Oh, that caused some hatred. Oh, that caused some bad blood. And as you could kind of see, it's not that we were like, oh, let's see how John Cena from when the time he debuted would handle Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. No, actually, the reason we're doing this is because we are randomly picking people, and just kind of, I think we did this one year. We just did that. Oh, you can see, I decided to be a heel and stuff. That, oh, I'm getting kind of blip blip. So yeah, so we're kind of. You started to talk like Mr. Pennypacker in a way. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I need to get my tongue untied there. Yeah, oh, John Cena's getting mad. Oh, that can happen, but we what we were doing is we are just like trying different arenas and stuff, and I'm not entirely sure. I think this is the arena you can go into the crowd, but again, we didn't even know you could do that. We found that out. We're gonna go out by the apron here. I understand we'd even. I don't. You know what I can understand is you need to understand. At the time we were recording this, this is before patches were coming out, and um, we we couldn't even you couldn't I don't think you could throw the ladder and tables. You could throw everything else, but you couldn't throw that, and now you can, and that's like it's like really really cool. Well, that I would be, yes. So you know, we did, way I found out you can go into the crowd. It's specific. It has to be very specific. Like I think you have to be in the what they call is the inside. Uh, I'm trying to say it right. It's like the indoor arena one, I think. And what it is, they'll have a crowd box, and you can go back there, and there's some weapons and stuff, and then you could also fight back behind the crowd and stuff. It's kind of cool. So it'd be really good for falls count anywhere matches. But the thing too you can do is you can bap. So you can but here's the thing is I've tested this and it doesn't work in all it doesn't going in the crowd doesn't always work sometimes. It only works on one-on-one matches. So you can have any kind of stipulation as long as it's one on one. It doesn't matter. It's Iron Man, it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe I should test it more thoroughly, to be too entirely sure, but I don't know in Hell in a Cell and stuff if it'll let you do that if you do it in this arena. But understand if you try to do it with tag team matches, it doesn't work. If you try to do it with anything more than one on one, it won't let you go in the crowd, which was really disappointing because we wanted because if you try to do an ECW thing, you can't do it because they just won't let you. Well, the problem with these games is aren't they kind of naturally known to be kind of like known to break and they're terrible. They have a reputation. Ukes, Ukes was never a perfect company, and I'll let I know a lot of people go, oh, they went on to do AEW, and it's like you need to understand. Even they've finally come out and finally said that AEW management over Tony Khan and all those people. Oh, that was amazing. Had a nice splittered Singapore cane and just blew up on him. That was great. So I guess this is the hardcore match or Extreme Rules or something. Um, so what was I going to say? You were going to say about Tony Khan, AEW, and well, you went to do AEW, then you'll notice that they were basically making an Aki game, and it was like no one had. I mean, people have had sort of teased sort of mechanics of that. Even these games have. They got some mechanics of that. But but for the most part, no one's tried to bring back entirely the stuff of those games. But that game was supposed to be kind of the one to do it. But the problem is the company just wanted to throw some. They just wanted the game out there to promote their product. They didn't want some, they didn't care enough to go to that level. They were half-assed. Their booking is half-assed. Everything about that company is half-assed. I mean, they're just as trash as WCW was. So, so they were just as trash as WCW was, and that's kind of it. Nice chop there, another chop. So they basically they needed more time to work on the game, and guess what? That didn't happen, and it's not letting me jump off. Okay, it's funny because sometimes you think, oh, I got this idea in my head, and then the game's kind of like, what? What? Wait, what are you trying to do? Like what? It just doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work. It's um, yeah. I don't know what happened right there. That's interesting. That was sort of like I ran into the ladder, or kind of like the game got confused. You don't understand. We were playing this when it just came out. Okay, so this was in times it was crashing for the most basic things, and it was not easy, But unfortunately, what I can remember of this playthrough is this was done. Mr. Pennypacker mentioned this. He said that it was done. Um, it was done over like 5 hours, 5, 6, 7 hours, and so as a result, we got a lot of footage, and well, maybe not to the level of that, but it was a lot. It was a lot of time, and fortunately, it didn't crash during that time. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You won't see this so much in my current games because and I realize, the the trading the punches thing. That's a big WWE thing, and has been now for about over a decade now. Kind of started with like Cena and The Rock. I think that's when they first started to do it, or it actually might even go back to the 2000s. But um, where the crowd would boo, and then another person they go yay, and then they boo, and then the yay, and the boo, and the yay, and stuff. And um, I really just don't. It's kind of annoying. It's an annoying little mini game, and you can actually turn it off, and I just turned it off. Because I was losing all of them, and so that doesn't really help you. And we won the match. It's like I said, the past games we were never good at. It was getting frustrating, and we kind of felt like alienated from it because it was like, man, they would give you all the legends you ever wanted, but like, oh geez, but so that's the way it is, as Mr. Pennypacker said so. So the next match is the backstage brawl. Apparently, there's other arenas. I don't know. I mean, interesting thing is it does actually mention custom, so maybe you can make a custom backstage. That would be kind of cool. But I actually miss the days of when you can, in the early SmackDown games, you could actually, like, when they came to PlayStation 2, you can actually just go back there. You could actually go to the entrance way. There would be arrows indicating where you can leave the arena. And you could go backstage, and the count would stop, and it would turn into like it was great. like I said, uh, like I said, we've now you'll notice this like platform here in the middle. I wasn't aware of it, but there was a during the certain event of 2020 to 2021. Uh, that COVID, because I don't want that little because Mr. Pennypacker will kill us if he wakes up and finds the video now has one of those Wikipedia article things fact checking us because we mentioned something because the computer says, "Uh-oh, someone said that didn't happen. That it's a conspiracy." No, no, we're not. Stupid computer. It's because it and then I don't know. Sometimes the computer's bad, but the people run the site are pretty social justice warrior progressive. So okay, so during that time, I think they were really sort of losing it as far as what pro wrestling was because they pro wrestling is very dependent on a crowd. And I think what it was is they were getting tired of spending money on those like TV screens they had for all the people to be in the crowd. And I think Vince was getting sick of that. So they did this thing called Raw Underground. Wasn't even aware of it because I wasn't watching wrestling. I think the last thing I had watched during that timeline was AEW when they were doing the Broken Matt Hardy story, which was kind of like okay, it wasn't all that great actually. Big surprise, that AEW wouldn't have a really good story because it's just kind of weak. But so there's kind of a way to fall into that big spotlight thing, but I'm not really sure how do you go about to do that. Jake's strikes are the best in this game, in my opinion, because they're fast jabs, and as a result, if someone does like a big over haymaker towards you, you're going to connect with them, and that'll kind of stun lock them. So in a way, Jake might be the best to have because of those quick little punches. Um, so yeah, so they did Raw Underground, and it was like you see there that was all the wrestlers, it would be like Fight Club, and all the wrestlers would be around that, like a lumberjack type thing, and then two guys would be in the middle there wrestling and stuff. It was really stupid. I didn't even know about it until I watched somebody's video about that time and stuff. And fortunately, that finally all ended. I mean, for crying out loud, I mean, they had a Thunderdome, they had their own arena. I mean, that's locked down as you can get. I mean, just test everyone and make sure they're not sick or something before coming in or something. I don't know. It was Vince McMahon at the time. Vince McMahon, the last years of Vince it's not been good. Like his senility was really showing. He was forgetting about who's wrestled who, and it was just becoming like match after match after match, and he just didn't have that control. But he's so obsessed about his product to have control over it. Oh, that's So we're going to take a little tour here and see what we're capable of doing here. This is all pretty cool here. Well, well, that's it for the show right now. We need to take a break, and you can keep watching the footage. There's plenty more footage to go, and we'll see you next show.